Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome back to another episode of Higurashi Miotsukushi. Last time, Rina got captured by Tatano and is now a permanent test subject. Feels bad. Sorry, Rina fans, but looks like we're here with the boys Oishi and Atasaka. He's going to his hot spring vacation, I think.
これは赤坂さんご一家が起こしとは。
Yep.
ようこそいらっしゃいました。
ああ、大石さん。すみません。来てしまいました。
Miyuki. Look at her on her giant head. The woman next to Atasaka was probably his wife, and the girl between them was their daughter Miyuki, who was jumping up and down while waving at Oishi with a big smile on her face. He started to wonder if this is what it'd feel like to have grandchildren, and as he did, he responded with a suitable smile of his own without any indecency. I mean, you better. Why wouldn't you?
おじさんのことを覚えていてくれましたか。こりゃ嬉しいな。だ
って大石のおじちゃん、ママのところのおじいちゃんと同じで優しいもん。
What about Atasaka's dad?
ねえママ。
こら、みゆき。
You hating?
パパの偉いお友達なんだから、ちゃんとしなさい。すみません。先日はこの子が大変お世話になったそうで。
The woman lightly reproached Miyuki beside her, then bowed her head to Oishi. The surrounding staff members were all turning around to see the woman exuding the lovely atmosphere.
ああ、いえいえ、全然お構いなく。で、あなたは赤坂さんの奥さん？どうもはじめまして。私が大石です。
あ、こちらこそご挨拶が遅れて、赤坂の家内でございます。
お噂はかねがね聞いておりましたよ。それにしてもやっぱり聞くと見るとでは全然違いますね。お子さんがこんなにも可愛いので、さぞかしお母さんは綺麗な方だろうと思っておりましたが、私の貧相な想像をはるかに超えた美人さんだ。ひょっとして東京でモデルでもやってらっしゃったんですか？
いえ、そんな。私事
Showering her
と
with
てもそんなお仕事
compliments.
を。
大石さん。私の女房を口説かないでくださいよ。一体そのセリフ、何人の女性に使われたんですか？
これ心外な。私は本心からそう言ったんですがね。いやいや、赤坂さん、実にあなたが羨ましい。こんな綺麗な方の旦那さんがあなたじゃなかったら、私今晩神社にこもって五寸釘をわら人形に打ちつけていますって。
Jesus. And they didn't give her a sprite. Imagine that. Oishi's stomach shook as he said that with a smile. Atasaka was smiling back because he trusted him with all his heart. Meanwhile, Yuki lightly tugged at her husband's sleeve and gently tilted her head to give him a signal. Atasaka gave her a nod in response and then urged her to step back.
お仕事中にお邪魔してしまってすみません。本当は私一人で伺う予定だったのですが、家内がぜひご挨拶したいと申しまして。
ほう、私にですか？
はい。5年前、主人の危ないところを助けていただいたそうで、本当にありがとうございました。今までお会いする機会がなく、お礼を申し上げるのが随分遅れてしまって。
なんの。刑事の職務上、命を借りたことは忘れなくても、貸したことは水に流すのが礼儀ですからね。どうかお気になさらないでくださいな。
It was 5 years ago when the Minister of Construction's grandson was kidnapped. Tasata found himself in a tight situation while wrestling the kidnapper, but he was able to escape with Owishi's help. And all of a sudden, Owishi realized back then his daughter was still in his wife's stomach. So that all interesting, because I thought the timeline where Yuki lives is when Atasaka like heads back right away, so I didn't think he would actually confront the mountain gods. And Oishi would just do it himself or whatever. Just they were planning on dropping the kid off anyways, right? But yeah, I don't know how the timeline works. Maybe like right after that, instead of the hospital, they zoom back, but maybe it's just different in this fragment. At the very least, Oishi never would have been able to meet Atasaka's smiling wife and daughter if something had happened to him back then. Or maybe like the slip just didn't happen. Because this world is blessed. Unless you're Rina.
ああ、すまない。そろそろ行かなくちゃな。すみません、大石さん。私たちはこれから。
そうじゃなくて。ねえ、あなた。私たち、先に宿の方へ行っていましょうか。
Chill here. We actually need you, Atasaka. I would have liked Miyuki to meet Rita. That would have been pretty cool.
大石さんと積もるお話も終わりでしょ。めったにお会いできない大切な方なんだから、いいじゃありませんか。私とみゆきは温泉地でゆっくりしていますわ。
何を言ってるんだよ。せっかくの家族旅行なのに。
Take a breather,
そんなこ
bro.
とできるわけないじゃないか。
Please. I insist.
そうですよ、奥さん。私は家族団らんのお邪魔をする気なんてこれっぽっちもありませんから。どうかそんなにお気遣いいただかなくても。
いえ、いいんです。この人、家でも大石さんのことをいつもよく話してくれて。ですから、お忙しい方に差し出がましいお願いをしてしまって誠に申し訳ありませんが、ぜひ少しの時間でも主人に付き合ってやっていただけませんか。
奥さん。
What a good wife.
しかし君たちは。
大丈夫ですよ。さっき駅前の案内板を見たら、電車で行ってもそれほどかからないみたいですから。ね、そうなさってください。
雪江。
I mean, it's hard to say yes because, like, I don't know. I don't have a wife. I feel like are you supposed to like agree or be like, no, I want to spend time with you? But she seems genuine, so. Plus, we need him. We need him here. Indeed, they worked far apart, so they didn't have many opportunities to chat. After seeing how excitedly the two of them were talking, she must have decided it would be best to allow it. That may very well have been the reason she was investigating the train routes in the first place. Truly a dedicated wife. Oishi felt a sense of admiration as he warmly watched the interaction between the two of them.
パパ、温泉に来ないの？
You're abandoned, Miyuki. It is what it is.
でもみゆき、最近パパにいろいろしてもらったでしょ。だからパパもお仕事で疲れているんだから、ちょっとくらい。みゆきはママと一緒だと温泉楽しくない？
そんなことない。みゆきパパもママも大好きだもん。
There you go. Good girl.
みゆき。
In reality, Atasaka himself thought it would be dull to offer Oishi nothing more than a quick reading. But he came here for the sake of his family, so he felt guilty that they were going this far for him and Oishi instead.
ありがとうございます、奥さん。というわけだから、赤坂さん。今日はせいぜいいろんなメンツも入れて
Yay!
飲み
With
明か
the
しましょう。
boys! Kumadai and friends. Nut is playing Limbus Company. What is Limbus Company? Sorry, I'm actually doodling it. I don't even know who Nut is. It's probably like someone from high school. That's how my friend lists. People from high school. I don't even play multiplayer games anymore. Limbus Company. Lore-rich RPG turn-based tactics. Sounds based. Weeb game. Interesting. Alright, back to your scheduled programming. Oishi let out a cheerful laugh and gave Akasaka a pat on the back in an effort to ease his hesitation. In response to that, Akasaka came to a decision and responded with a huge nod.
そうですね。
Ba 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 ba.
すまない、ユキエ。今夜だけは君の行為に甘えさせてもらうよ。
ええ、こちらはご心配なく。明日の朝のお戻りでも構いませんので、ゆっくりしてきてくださいな。
One day? We need like multiple
た
days.
だし、若いお姉さんのいないお店でね。
There's no point Rina's not there anymore. She was the top tier hostess. I mean, that's not true.
ああ。
But even though she had a smile on her face at the end there, her eyes weren't smiling at all. No, they didn't show us the party.
なんだかお酒じゃ勝てない気がしてきましたよ。いやー、オイルと酒に弱くなるってのは本当ですな。
ご謙遜を。それに私が強いのは情報収集が下戸では務まらないからです。ちゃんと予算を切
Fair
って
enough. That makes a lot of
常に
sense
若手と
actually.
特訓してますから。日本酒、洋酒、紹興酒。
Sounds like a good job.
これをくぐることもあれば。
I've only tried Chinese liquor once. I have a bottle, but we didn't end up bringing it to a party because I was sick. So I tried it once. I forgot what it's called, like beiju or whatever. That type of liquor. Kind of just tastes like grapes, but it's like 50% strong. Actually, maybe it's not 50%. What's it called? Beiju? It's definitely not called beiju. That is a starch cake. It is Chinese liquor. LCBO. But it is beiju. I just spelled it wrong. There's two different kind of beijus. Yeah. I don't know which one it is, but they're like strong though. Apparently, I was reading the lore because it's like, what do you mix with this? This was like vodka before vodka was cool. And then when vodka came, it's like, people don't drink this as much anymore. Yeah, it's 51%. Or around the 50% mark. Pretty good.
そりゃいいそりゃいい。今度ぜひ私も高知に参りますよ。
ええ、ぜひ享受してやってください。最近の若いのは自分は生まれつき飲めない
Get your alcohol tolerance up, boys.
ばかり言ってますよ。
Remember, drinking is always... I mean, no, it's not, but...
私だって最初は全然ダメでした。
I like drinking, though. It's probably my favorite drug. Out of the 3 drugs I've tried. Like, weed's cool. But I feel like drinking, like, there's more versatility. Like, there's all, like, these different kind of drinks. And you're like, hey, there's different kind of weed strains. Yeah, but they, like, taste very, like, similar. And at least to me. It's, like, very similar with, like, little flavor differences. But then you have, like, wine versus freaking gin. It's, like, completely different. And the only other drug I've tried once was mushrooms, but I mean that was fun, but so little sketchy. Rather just be safe and kill my liver than go crazy on shrooms. Anyway, yes, build your tolerance. You know Kumadai was partying hard tonight. My man. He's done a come clutch. Forensic investigator, classic character. Love to see him here too. Of course, it's not a party without him. That's crazy. You're too wholesome, Kumadai.
そこでアルコールを飲まないというのは自分
Damn.
はこの飲み会に不服があるって言ってるようなもんなんです。だから私はそんなことする若手どもにはきっちり指導してますよ。一気飲みしろって言ってんじゃない。とにかく最初の一杯だけは中ジョッキ。
Medium mud. When Akasaka first came to Otonomiya, he was very nervous, but there is no trace of that tension left in him, seeing that Oishi realized just how much Akasaka learned in the past few years. That is true, he's a much better top. And also there's not like a crazy proxy war with a rural village nearby. Definitely less tense in general. Little do they know, the doggies are preparing.
赤坂さんかっこいい。いやもう本当に頼もしくなっちゃいましたね。私にとっては定年までの残り数年でしかなかった間に赤坂さんはこれほどたくましく成長したんですから。いやいや、老兵は去るべきだと痛感します。
そんなことはないです。私も嫌になるくらい経験がものを言う世界というのを勉強しました。力仕事や現場仕事なんかは私たち若造に任せて、大石さんのようなベテランにはぜひデスクで胸を張ってこき使ってもらいたいもんです。
ですってよ。聞いてますか、クマちゃん。
Put your back into a Kumadai. You need to carry everyone's weight at Otonomiya PD.
おいしい。熊谷君も頑張っちょるぞい。
He's gonna have to break his limits.
めんどくさがりのお前さんに代わってよくまめに歩き回っとる。
大石さんはめちゃくちゃな人でしょ。私が大石さんと組んだのはほんの数日間だったんですが、あなたの気持ちもよくわかりますよ。でもね、大石さんがきっとあなたを鍛えてくれますから。
Just don't follow his example to a T, because he can be a little sketchy
最後
sometimes.
まで信じてついていってください。
Little law bending, but maybe every good tops needs to do that sometimes.
わかりました。頑張るっす。でもお酒は鍛えられても麻雀までは無理っすよ。
Listen, logged into Mahjong
さん
Soul.
に給
It's
料
your
を渡す
time.
前に大石さんに取られるんです。いや、麻雀も経験なんです。打った場数が強さと自信になるんですよ。後でご一緒しましょう。まずは負けない打ち方を伝
It's
授し
like
ます。
poker in that respect. Obviously, the games are completely different, but the bluffing, the mind games you need. I'm not actually good at that, but I only play like online Mahjong, so it's like less bluffing, but you still need a bluff.
おいしい。いい若者だの。
Mahjong, fun game, fun game.
お前さんが無茶やってた頃にちょっとだけ似とるの。
Yandowishi.
まさかまさか。
It's hard to even imagine.
私はこんな二枚目じゃありませんでしたから。
It was unusual for Oishi to enjoy anyone's company this much. Akasaka and Oishi only worked together for a few days. They had exchanged some holiday cards since, but that was about it. Oishi had no idea how happy it would make him to see such a greenhorn grow into a dependable top. Oishi always thought he wanted to be active until the day he retired, but after seeing such a dependable colleague, he began to think that maybe it was time for him to step down. Oishi and Akasaka enjoyed their reunion more than they thought they would. Nice. The owner of the place was bringing an electric sign inside. All the chairs were up on the tables, and the owner's wife was cleaning the floor. There's nobody else around. Judging by the clock, it was almost 3 a.m. Prime demon time.
フラちゃんたちは久しぶりの再会なんでしょ。ゆっくりしてっていいよ。
Based host.
帰る時だけ起こしてくれねえかな。鍵しなきゃなんねえから。
すみませ
Now
んな。
that's some
気を使わ
respect.
しちゃって。
There wouldn't be anything else open at such a late hour. Oishi and his colleagues still wanted to talk, so they decided to stay. Kumagai couldn't fight his sleepiness and was nodding off, all tuckered out. They were talking about Atosato's job. Atasato works at the department specialized in public safety. Oishi and the others were interested in all his stories of danger and bravery.
それで実はこちらに来たのは
Let's
フル
go.
でリカという少女に会いたいと思って
The
いたんです。
reunion. She needs the Atasata.
ああ、そういや前にもそんなことをお話しされていましたね。
I wonder if Tomoe's done a tum. I'm sure there's just gonna be like she's either done a tum or there's gonna be like ramifications for tying up Tokyo on that end. That'll affect the battle to come. Also, crossing my fingers for Natsumi to come. If they're still doing their trip for the Watanabe with Akira. And maybe bring Chisato and Tamako for some good memes.
それにしても赤坂さん、フルデ家の
Bring
忘れ形
everyone.
にどういったご用で？
忘れ形見ということは彼女の両親は
Rita Furude had predicted there would be an incident in Hinamizawa every year for the following 5 years he remembered. Her parents, according to her, were supposed to be killed on the 3rd year running.
ねえ。あれはお社様のたたりの3年目ですか。
Little eerie.
昭和56年ですかね。フルデ夫妻がちょいと引っかかる形でお亡くなりになりまして、赤坂さんがひなみ沢に行かれたちょうど3年後の話です。
3年後
Yep.
私がひなみ沢を訪れてから3年後の6月のことなん
I
です
mean, he
か
just said that. I guess he didn't specify the month.
ねえ、そうです。どうしました？何か気にかかることでも？
Akasato shut his eyes tightly to chase away the alcohol in his brain and tried to remember the girl's prediction. He had, after all, come here to confirm it.
私が訪れたのは昭和その翌年にダム建設の監督が亡くなられたということはそうだ彼は
Yep.
私と麻雀を打った方のはずあの方はその後どうなさっていますか
He died.
新聞にドンと載ったと思ったんですが、こっちの地方だけなのかな。ねえ、その翌年に作業員たちとの喧嘩で殺されてしまいまして。
恐ろしい殺され方をした後、体中をバラバラに引き裂かれて捨てられてしまいます。
その遺体をバラバラにされたということ
なんだ、知ってるじゃないですか。その通りです。未だ右腕が見つかりませんでね。
I think Takano still has it, just like mummified in the lab, or did they just throw that shit out later?
お気の毒なことです。
その翌年の昭和55年の6月の今日、聡子の両親が突き落とされて死にます。あるいは事故と言うべきかもしれない。不幸な事故。
Yeah, it's like manslaughter.
続けて確認します
But don't charge Satoko. She's a good girl.
監督の殺人事件の翌年です確かそうだ多分聡子さんという女性の方だと思います。その方のご両親が転落でお亡くなりになるということは。
おや、お詳しいですね。そうです。ダムの賛成派だった北条夫妻が旅行先の展望台から転落しましてね。事故か事件か未だにはっきりしませんが。
そしてさらにその翌年の昭和56年の6月の今日、私の両親が殺されます。
Bye.
そして そのよ
はい。フルで理科のご両親がお亡くなりになります。ですが、どうもこいつも今一つ腑に落ちない事件でしてね。
お前さん随分とお社様のたたり関係に詳しいの。この事件地元の圧力であまり公にされとらんはずなんだが。
I thought they were. They were in newspapers. It was just the fourth one that was like really hushed down.
東京にいながらよ
And
く
that's
それ
like
だけ知
maybe
れたもんだわ。
it's just local newspaper.
なんてことだ。
だがいくらお前さんでも次の年は無理だろうの。何しろ4年目から秘匿捜査指定がかか
But
る。
he does.
いえ、多
dun
分
dun dun.
わかります。
そしてさらに翌年の昭和57年の6月の今日、聡子の意地悪おばが頭を割られて死にます。
その翌年ですから、つまり昨年です。先ほどの聡子さんのおばにあたる方が頭部撲殺のような形で殺されてはいませんか。
そうです。
Shit. How does he know? I'd be spooked too.
赤坂さん、どうしてそんなことまでご存知なんですか？
多分
Ooh.
私はさらにその翌年に殺される
So
人
that
物を知ってい
Oishi
ます。
easy to our side too.
お前さん何を言っとるんだ。
And Kumadai's snoozing during this. He's missing all the fun.
第一去年の翌年中たらそら今年のことだろうが。
True.
私が殺されます。
昭和58年6月、つまり今月です。フルでリカが殺されます。
Oishi and the others were at a loss for words. Atasata had talked about the four mysterious incidents. Although he had been far away, he belonged to a very special unit of public safety. It could have been possible for him to find out about their secret investigations. That was why it wasn't odd for Atasata to mention the series of mysterious deaths, even though he had been far away from Hinamizawa. However, not only did he know about them, but he also named the next victim. Oishi and his coworkers had sobered up entirely.
赤坂さん、もう夜もだいぶ更けました。これ以上はお互いしんどいんで、単刀直入に行きましょう。今の話は一体どういう意味ですか？
Get the full squad on Rito. Need to play some defense.
今の話は私がひなみ沢を訪れた昭和53年6月に彼女から聞かされたことなんです。
なんですって？
It's pretty crazy. Oishi couldn't believe what he was hearing. He was left speechless.
信じられない気持ちはわかります。それを聞いた当時の私も幼い少女の気まぐれな予言遊びくらいに思いました。ですが彼女は5年目に自分が殺されることを私に訴えました。それはつまり自分を助けてほしいという明白なサインだったと思うんです。ならば私はぜひ確かめたい。今でも彼女は本当に私の助けを必要としているのかを。
After hearing Atasatra say that, Oishi and the others fell silent and couldn't say anything. It was a completely implausible story, but Atasatra didn't appear to be drunk, and the look on his face made it clear he wasn't joking around. So, after exhaling a huge, heavy breath that had been accumulating in his chest, Oishi turned his body toward Atasatra.
赤坂さん、私はね、今年で定年なんです。
The one downside to blessed Oishi in the good fragments is a little bit of cowardice. In the old fragments, like Watanabe was like, yeah, I'm retiring, I'm still going balls to the walls.
連続開始事件の1年目に殺されたおやつさんの仇をどうしても年内に取りたいんです。ですから私はどんな些細な情報でも 怪しげな情報でも飛びつきます。だから一応確認させてください。今の話は冗談じゃないですよね。何かの冗談なら今のうちにそうだと言ってくださいよ。
私は真実しか言っていません。
Boom.
フルデリカは昭和53年6月に
Why would he lie?
今の話を私に語ったんです。ただ当時の私はそれを重要な話とは思わず、それを大石さんに伝えませんでした。
Who knows, man? What if Oishi knew from like back then? Maybe it wouldn't have gone down like this if he worked with Rito for like years. If all our predictions keep going right, she's like, oh fuck.
それは申し訳なく思い
Could
ま
have
す。
stopped it, man.
い
Save
や
mommy Rita.
それは無理もないぞい。そんな話突然されても鵜呑みにできん。4年連続した今だから聞ける話だわい。
Oishi must have been thinking that if only Atasato had told him back then, he could have saved his friend. Kinda thinking that too, but it's probably still not possible. But what the old man from Forensics just said was right too. Oishi wouldn't have believed him back then. And his friend would have died anyway. And Oishi would have been left with regret at not being able to do anything.
そうですね。いえ、すみませんでした。しかしフルでリカがどうして。
今のひなみ沢の状況は私も詳しくありません。一応当時の新聞でダム計画の無期凍結が決定されたというのは読みました。ですからダム戦争は終わって平穏な生活を取り戻していると信じていたのですが。
うん、ダム戦争は確かに終わった。だがな、その翌年からな、通称お社様のたたりと呼ばれる連続開始事件が毎年起こるようになってな。その詳細についてはまさにお前さんが今言った通りの内容なんだわい。
どうやら私は彼女に大変な何かを託されたような気がしてきました。大石さん、ズバリお尋ねします。今年フルでリカが殺されるのは
Why
あ
not?
り得る流れだと思いますか？
There's basically no pattern to the victims anymore at this point.
フルデ夫妻はダム戦争当時消極的だったことを理由に後ろ指を刺されていたという話があります。それで3年目のたたりにあったというのが定説です。その流れから言えばフルでリカ殺しは
あり得るんですね。
Oishi nodded slowly.
明日フルでリカに接触を試みようと思います。ユキエたちには申し訳ないですが、どうやら彼女に直接話を聞くしかないようですからね。
They'll be fine. They're probably just vibing in the hot tub or the hot spring.
その話がもし本当だったら私も一つ
No, I love you, Oishi, but we need Atasato too, man.
私が一緒じゃまずかろうと思いますので今はお任せしますが、フルで
こりゃお前さん、なんともとんでもない土産を持ってきてくれたもんだの。
Yeah, man, you couldn't have sent like a letter a couple while ago, like a while ago, saying, "Hey, I don't know if this is true, but this is what Rito said."
わしもちょいと面
Just
白
in
くなってき
case.
たぜ。煙に巻かれた
I
ま
mean,
ま
forensic
終わると思って
investigator
た怪事件が
was
解
pretty
けるのに
clutch in
立ち会えるとは思わなかった。
Matsuri Bayashi. He popped off too, man.
しかし疑問もありますね。
The whole crew.
どうしてこんな重要な話を私だけに打ち明けたのでしょう。助けを求めるなら東京から出張してきた私ではなく地元警察のはずなのですが。
多分地元警察を信用しきれないところがあったのでしょう。
Let's say I had a very bad relationship with Hinamizawa during that time.
私も泥臭い人間です。リカさんの信用を得ていなかったのかもしれない。それに沖宮署には S 号の駅のかかった連中も少なからず潜んでいます。
つまり 東京から来た私
Yeah,
が
complete outside
一番
faster.
信用できたということですね。
Does she doesn't know who's doing it? Though, I think she ruled out Sonozaki like a while ago, but
そういうことになるでしょう。
obviously not during when he told Atasaka.
だとしたら大石さん、この件他には内密に。
もちろんですとも。とにかく明日、ひなみ沢でリカさんに接触して確かめていただけますか。話はそれからです。
Smart. Take a little snoozer. I'm glad Atasaka's here. All the pieces are coming together. But how will this play differently? Guess we'll just then have to find out. Angel Mort. Hello. Hello. But we're gonna end it here. I mean, the pace rates itself. A good pacing, I feel like. And we're just riding the flow. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Atasaka's in town. And then, sadly, Miyuki's not here. I mean, it just probably wouldn't do anything, but kind of wanted to see her interact with Rita. But that's okay. So thanks for watching. And next time, see what's happening at Angel Mort.